From the Simi Valley Isoplex, CSUN Hockey is back home for a West Coast Hockey Conference matchup against the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. Good evening, everyone. Delighted to have you along tonight. I'm Travis Van Nody. The Matadors kept the winning streak going last week. They are now 12-0-1-2 with a 15-1 shellacking of CSU Bakersfield in Bakersfield at Rabobank Arena, home of the Bakersfield Condors of the AHL. John Michael Lauren led the way with a hat trick, and the Matadors' fourth line, they pretty much all got their first points. Forrest Chaffee already had a goal, but for Nick Schwartz, he picked up his first career goal and assist against Bakersfield, and Dante Thorne as well scored his first career goal. So congratulations to Thorne and Schwartz for picking up their first career goals as Matadors. CSUN is looking to remain perfect in conference play tonight. They are 4-0 in the WCHC in first place in Tier 1, and they're trying to remain undefeated here at home as well. They are 4-0-0-1, 4 wins and 1 tie. As for UCSB, they're 7-2 on the season, so a good record. They're 1-2 in the WCHC's first tier, and they're actually a perfect 2-0 on the road. So this will be an interesting test tonight for the Matadors. UCSB only has 12 skaters and 2 goalies, but yet in their last game they beat LMU, a team that took the Matadors to a shootout the last time they were here at home, and they won that game 7-4 at Skating Edge Arena. So UCSB has that kind of talent that they can beat a team in LMU that, again, took the Matadors to a shootout just a couple of weeks ago. So it should be an interesting matchup. We'll have puck drop next on the Matadors Sports Network. We're set to go CSUN against UCSB. First of two meetings between these two teams during the regular season in this Tier 1 WCHC matchup. The starting goalies, first of all, for the Gauchos, Logan Guerrero. He's their backup. He's a 5'6" Davis native. For Guerrero, his third start, fourth appearance, is a 1-1 record, 2.80 goals against and a 9.21 save percentage. So a small sample size for Guerrero, but pretty good numbers for the Davis native for UCSB. And the Matadors are going with their number one, Vincent Seppi, the senior from Simi Valley. It's his 10th start as a 7-0 1-1 record. 7 wins, 1 overtime loss, and 1 tie. 2.89 goals against and a 9.04 save percentage for Seppi. This is his first career start against the Gauchos, second career appearance. The Gino Norrake line starts. Christian Parks, John Michael Lauren on the wings, Matt Bushton, Alex Marbach, the starting defenseman. Thanks so much for spending part of your Friday evening with us on the Matadors Sports Network. CSUN trying to remain perfect in conference play. They're 4-0. Meanwhile, for UCSB, looking for back-to-back victories in conference. They beat LMU in their last game at LMU 7-4. They're trying to move to 500 in the WCHC 2-2. John Michael Lauren, the captain, with the puck. Stick checked away, and UCSB is able to just clear out. Bushton back in, CSUN touches up. Flip pass is knocked down by Lauren. No hand pass called, and it's worked to Bushton. Banks it ahead, just ahead of Lauren. Nishay Chitali, their leading goal and point scorer, turns it over. A backhand bid by Lauren, stopped by Guerrero. Lauren able to get it back to Parks. Parks' shot hits Norrick, then a backhand bid goes wide. Ryan Anderson checked down by Lauren. He's supported, though, knocked down with a high stick by Bushton. And they'll touch it for the whistle. 1 minute, 6 seconds into tonight's action. And again, this is a team that the Matadors can't take lightly. We'll see how it goes this evening. UCSB with 12 skaters. They should have 12 skaters and 2 goalies, so a short bench. But they do have Chitali, as I said, and Justin Driffel as well. Their leading assist and point getters. So Chitali and Driffel tie the team lead 19 points. Chitali 10 goals and Driffel 10 assists. So their 2 big players are in the lineup. Zach Carnes goes high on Chitali, who is very diminutive, obviously. Shot from the outside goes wide. George Reznikov on it. Clears it ahead for Quinton Abaya. 2-on-2 with Eli Barengut. Abaya drops it for Reznikov. Shot through a screen. Stick save Guerrero. A good save there by Guerrero. Race for the puck. Chitali gets there first. No icing, and his shot's blocked. Mark Lessick got his stick in the way. Dug free by Abaya. 3-on-3 this time for the Matadors. Abaya drops it for Barengut. Barengut's shot's blocked. Ryan Schmitz got in the way. Fresh off the bench, Tom Dobricott holds the zone. All the way around to Reznikov as Zach Carnes pinches in. Gives a rough ride there to Chitali. And it's held in by Carnes. Carnes' shot deflects wide. Dante Thorne got his body in the way, but unfortunately for him, missed the nets. Reznikov a good forecheck, yields a turnover, but then UCSB clears out. Bushton lines it over the net. CSUN and UCSB roll a change. Thorne shovels it around. It's picked up by Anton Kulinich. Kulinich gives up the puck. That's worked back for Bushton. Bushton's shot's blocked. Thorne trying to stab it to Nick Schwartz, but it's cleared out. Cole Slankovich trying to cut in. He does, and it's stopped by Seppi. And he draws a penalty as well. So Cole Slankovich, a little bit of a deceptive speed there. Draws a slashing call on Dobricott, and at 17-12, UCSB gets the first power play. Quick shot off the draw, stopped by Seppi. Carnes turns it over to Slankovich. He works it back, and Brandon Katz's shot goes wide. Anderson sends it back to Driffel. Driffle with a shooting lane, dishes off. Anderson's shot's blocked, and Matt Hoover can't clear. That was a good hold by Katz. Turned over then to Grayson Zumalos. An area pass. Getting back Driffle. Zumalos still with it. So Zumalos, Hoover, Carnes, and Marbach, the penalty killers. Marbach steals and clears it down the ice. Hoover heads off. As Guerrero shovels it up the wing for Nick Arenberg. Arenberg tips it ahead for Vinny Abdallah. Abdallah waiting for some help. UCSB's changing. Just plays it to Carnes. He's got some time. And he makes no mistake. Abaya is going to get there ahead of Schmitz. Abaya in front, chipped on by Berengut. Nice save, Guerrero. A great shorthanded bid there for Eli Berengut. And the puck goes out of play. Berengut does not have a shorthanded goal this season, but he's got 9 in his career. If not for Logan Guerrero's stick, it's 1-0 CSUN. 15:54 remaining in the first. It's always tough to see the penalty time remaining on the left side of the board. About 42 seconds, I believe. Matadors win the draw. Bushton sends it packing. But UCSB's only got it set up once as Guerrero turns it over. Abaya in front, but Berengut couldn't shoot. Matadors certainly seem to be the quicker team, although speed for, as I mentioned, Slankovich, able to draw the power play the Gauchos enjoy right now. Nice hold by Mitch Kiner. His shot's blocked. Chitali, below the goal line, gives it back. Chitali in behind the net. Sent back to Kiner. Matadors back to full strength. And it's Cycles. Demetrius Strategas hit by Bushton. And countering Norake. Norake with Nick Gears. Bit of a 2-on-3 at the moment. Outside bid stopped by Guerrero. A good early PK for the Matadors. 14:53 remaining in the first, no score. Tonight is the 6th ever matchup between CSUN and UCSB. The Gauchos have had an ice hockey program since 2010, 2011. These two teams were in Division III in the PCHA when UCSB started their program. They played each other 3 times that year, 2 regulation games, and then a shot stop by Seppi. First round of the playoffs, the Matadors had to win in overtime against UCSB. And it was a while between meetings. It was February 2014 when UCSB went to the Valley Ice Center and played the Matadors. That game was actually canceled midway through because there was a problem with the boards at the VIC, so it was an incomplete game. And that was the last time these two teams played each other until last season, of course, when UCSB went from the PCHA to the WCHC. Well, CSUN trying to remain perfect against UCSB all time. They're 5-0. Those 3 victories back in 2010, 2011, and the 2 victories last year. Matadors last saw UCSB for senior nights. Matadors very much owned that game. That was on the Olympic sheet. Bit of back and forth hockey for the last couple of moments. Zumalos steals, though. Hoover trying to cut in. And it's taken by Gears. Sends it in front for Hoover, and his shot goes wide. Good to see Matt Hoover back. He's in graduate school, and he scores! Well, Matt Hoover, his first game in a while, opens the scoring from Nick Gears at 13:35. As we mentioned, Hoover's in graduate school, so he cannot go on any road trips. He was the only player not there for the Washington trip and didn't play last week against CSU Bakersfield. But Hoover picks up his 6th goal in his 9th game played. He has points in 7 of 9 games played now. So Hoover, when he's been in the lineup, has been effective. Zumalos picks up the secondary assist. Matadors Matadors buzzing around still. And there's a penalty on Hook at 13:03 now to UCSB. Well, the guilty party is Nishay Chitali. So the Matadors' first power play of the evening. UCSB able to clear out right off the draw. Carnes starts the breakout to Parks, tape to tape, Norake. Norake drops it for Lauren. Lauren shoot stop by Guerrero. Norake was right there for a rebound, but good control by Logan Guerrero. Guerrero has never played the Matadors. Lennon Karma, their number one. He's a very good goalie, by the way, so it's a big loss that Karma is not here. Karma started the game in Santa Barbara in January, the first meeting last year between these two teams. Carnes shoots deflected wide by Norake. Well, very deft deflection and a lot of nets there, but fortunately missed it. If it's on goal, it's in for sure. Parks is pressured by Schmitz. Able to send to Carnes. Carnes shot blocked, but he's able to hold the zone on. Looks like Slankovich. Worked back to Carnes, then forced out. A good penalty killing there by Cole Slankovich, Los Gatos native. And Carnes reverses for Parks. Parks pass, eventually gets to Norake, splits a couple of Gauchos. Norake shoots, and a glove save by Guerrero. Wow. Logan Guerrero, my goodness. Absolutely robbing Gino Norake. He's having a smile with JP Gale at the bench on that one. Now Andy Jekyll, he's in Germany actually this weekend on vacation, so the Matadors' former head coach JP Gale once again behind the bench coaching the troops. Great to have JP back. 40 seconds remaining on CSUN's power play. Worked up the wing by Kiner. That's held in by Baron Guts. Matadors' other units out at the moment. Bushton wants to get it to Zumalos, but he was guarded. Gears, cross ice, and Hoover's shot stopped by Guerrero. Hoover bidding for his second there, and UCSB clears out. Matadors are going to have to hurry up the ice if they want one more chance. Baron Gut. Hoover trying to track it down. Hoover goes wide. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Hoover back to Gears. Bushton shoots, and it deflects wide just as the penalty expires. So Chitali out of the box. Both teams 0 for 1 on early power plays. 10:52 to go in the first, and Matt Hoover has the only goal so far for the Matadors. Gears winding it up. UCSB is also a smaller club. The Matadors look to be as physical as they can against the Gauchos. Forrest Chaffee's pass is intercepted. And there's a good hit as Lessick steps up on Kiner. Kiner then checks down Thorne behind the play, but play continues. Meanwhile, Nick Schwartz's shot deflects wide. Schwartz out front, and Thorne scores! Dante Thorne had all the room in the world to put it past Guerrero at 10:17. It's 2-0. Dante Thorne, as we mentioned, picked up his first ever goal last game against CSU Bakersfield, so he now has a goal streak with his second as a Matador. The fourth line will look to get significant playing time tonight as Matadors have a much deeper bench. And Nick Schwartz, the only assist on the goal. Big hit by Lessick on Chitali. And plays whistle down. Either a hand pass or offside there. Well, actually, he might have a penalty. They're going to call Mark Lessick for interference. So Lessick heads off at 9:51, UCSB's second man advantage. So the refs ruled the hit was a little bit late. Remember, the Gauchos, a bit of a subpar power play to begin. Only got it set up once right at the beginning. Karnes a chance to clear, and he sends it packing. Oh, it's Reznikov, Berengut, Karnes along with Dobrikot to start the PK. Pressure by Reznikov, and Schmitz drops it back. Pressure by Reznikov. Karnes steps up on Arenberg, taken by Slenkovic. A backhand bit wide. A broken play. Slenkovic, what a chance, but he couldn't get it on the goal. Driffle across. Schmitz shoots. Actually, a pass to Slenkovic. Seppi down and out, but the pass doesn't connect. And players whistle down as the CSUN net's dislodged. That was a smart play by Schmitz. I thought he was going to shoot it, but a slap pass, tape to tape, and UCSB a real good look there. Once again, they're not getting pucks on net. 9:02 remaining in the first. So 49 seconds have gone by on the power play. Kulinich holds in. Sent to a wide open Chitali, and he scores. Nishe Chitali, his team leading 11th goal there, and a power play goal. Gets the Gauchos in the game at 8:53. They were working that seam pass to perfection on the power play. Chitali, that's his first official power play goal. So the Matadors have got to try and stay disciplined. So UCSB able to strike there on the power play. Vinny Abdallah picks up the assist on the goal. Marbach pressured by Abdallah. Able to chip it up the wing, and it deflects right to Parks. Turned over to Norek. Drop for Parks. And pressured by a couple of Gauchos. Pass goes through Norek. Lauren's there to support. Lauren back to Bushton. Bushton shoots, fought up by Guerrero. Big rebound, they score! Looks like Norek put it in last. Well, the clock is still rolling. It's finally, now it's still rolling. About 13, 14 seconds ticked off the clock there. It stopped at 7:48. Gino Norek at about the 8-minute mark officially picks up the goal. So goals coming about 53 seconds apart there. Matadors back on top a pair. They do not reset the clock. For Norek, that's his 12th goal of the season. Bushton and Lauren pick up the assists. For Gino, he has a 4-game goal streak now and a 6-game point streak. Well, he's been red hot lately. Did very well up in the Washington trip a couple of weeks ago. Hoover, followed by Thorne. And then after Chitali's power play goal, Norek strikes back about 53 seconds later to get the Matadors their second 2-goal lead. They're looking for more. Shot stopped by Guerrero. That was a buy with the bid. Marbach. And the pass goes through Bushton. Not the best of passes that time by Marbach. Stretch pass doesn't connect, and it's icing on the Gauchos. 6:44 remaining in the first. You'd have to think if the Matadors can just play their game tonight, they will be fine. Matadors clearly the deeper and more skilled team, but you never know. What a hit as Carnes launched himself into Abdallah. Gets a rise out of the CSUN bench. And the Matadors, they'll want to do that tonight. Kind of wear down this 12-man roster. Thorne picks off a pass, trying to get it to Schwartz. But well defended. Not cleared yet. Nice hold by Chaffee. Schwartz back in deep, first on a Kulinich. He loses an edge. And Thorne trying to work it out front, blocked. Schwartz tries to get it back to the D. Able to get it to Carnes, and he's got all kinds of time, stopped by Guerrero. Held in again by Chaffee, the fourth line doing good work for the Matadors. Carnes, pass intercepted. He's able to check down that Gaucho. Finally cleared out. Will it go far enough for icing? It does not. UCSB trying for a quick change. Lesick to Chaffee. Stick chipped away by Kiner. Then forced down the ice by Chaffee. And this does go far enough for icing on the Matadors. So Zumalo's going to have to head back to the bench. Or will he be allowed to stay out there? Looks like Zumalos. Now they're going to send him back. Well, now they're going to allow Zumalos to stay out there. Zumalos got on the ice just as the whistle went. And they're going to say he changed before the icing, so at least one fresh skater for the Matadors as a glove save by Seppi. Was going to go over the net, but makes the save anyway. 5:19 to go in the first, 3-1 CSUN. Matadors, of course, the three-time defending WCHC champs. It was a good season for UCSB. They were first into the conference last year. They were able to get the 5th seed, and that ended up being the final playoff seed. It was supposed to be a 16 playoff, but UC San Diego did not want to play. Back in mid by Hoover, stopped by Guerrero. Then Guerrero able to rob Zumalos. So UCSB got the 5th and final seed, icing on the Gauchos. They finished 7-7 last year in conference, and they won the first round game against the host, Cal State Fullerton, before their season came to an end in the semifinals against Long Beach State. But they gave the 49ers all they could handle as it went down to the wire, and to the third period it was only 1-0 Long Beach. So the Gauchos are trying to build on that pretty successful first year in the WCHC, but they did lose some key players to graduation. They're trying to replace guys like Eric Valois, Slankovich, and a return feed ahead of Slankovich. That was kind of interesting. UCSB was calling for the puck, and the Matadors also were beaver tailing. An aggressive forecheck, but then Bushton pins up that Gaucho. And it's dug free by Hoover. Able to get it to Gears. Nice dangle to get out of trouble. A strong back check leads to a turnover. Driffle, stick checked away by Dobrikot. Driffle grew up playing for the Junior Ducks AAA program, so a very good player. Can't get a shot that time, though, and Gears clears out. Nice work defensively by Dobrikot. No icing, under 4 to go in the first. Christian Parks able to force a turnover, and he walks around Strategas. Parks a sharp angle bid, stopped by Guerrero. And on a Norik. Back to Parks. Able to hold the zone to Norik. Norik a sharp angle bid, stick save Guerrero. Marbach spins and fires. It's a couple of bodies. Chance for a Chitali. Able to get it to Strategas, who clears out. And Abdallah stood up by Lauren. It's striking, actually, how much bigger the Matadors are. This UCSB team kind of looks like a midget team, honestly. Norik shoot stop by Guerrero, then it goes through him. Gino Norik, back-to-back goals about 5 minutes apart. And the Matadors have their biggest lead. The Norek's 13th goal. Second place on the Matadors now, and for Norek, that's his 4th multi-goal game of the season. A real good shot there by Gino, and Guerrero just couldn't handle it. Lesick steps up on Slankovic, and then Slankovic takes his stick away. That should have been holding the stick on Slankovic, but he gets away with it. Marbach picks up the lone assist, and Marbach takes the puck away. Lauren, nice hold by Schmitz, then it's forced out by Lesick. Marbach once again back for it. About 2.5 to go in the period. Marbach stretch pass for Lauren. Guerrero has to play it. And he clears it himself. Slankovic one-hands it ahead. And Slankovic is run to the ditch by Reznikov. Penalty upcoming to CSUN. An elbowing call at 2:12. Again, they missed a holding the stick call on Slankovic, and once again, the Matador is ticketed. It'll be Lauren who heads off this time. UCSB's 3rd power play. They scored on their last one, 1 for 2. That's a big power play for UCSB late in the period. Trying to get to within 2 once again. Anderson. Able to get it to Chitali, their goal scorer. Chitali again. Driffel's shot stopped by Seppi, and then it slides wide of the net. A scary moment for the Matadors. They get a bounce. Schmitz, a drive, goes to Chitali. UCSB overloading the left side. Driffel to Chitali. Active sticks by the Matadors. And then it's stolen by Abaya. Abaya trying to cut in on a shorthanded breakaway. Stopped by Guerrero. And another steal by Abaya. Sends it in front through Berenguts. That pair has been very good on the PK. They've had 2 now, shorthanded bids. UCSB rolling a quick change. Chitali shoots, and it's blocked by Carnes. Now 55 seconds, or 59 seconds actually looks like to go. Just under a minute. A great defensive play by Zach Carnes moments ago. Minute 12 approximately has gone by on the power play as Hoover clears out. Possible 2-on-1 with Zumalos. Hoover to Zumalos, and it's stopped by Guerrero. That's 3 now shorthanded chances for UCSB, or against UCSB. Zumalos chips it to himself, then it's taken away by Arenberg. 35 seconds remaining in the period. Outside bid goes wide. So if the Matadors kill this penalty off, there will be 12 seconds to go. There's 22 seconds left at the moment, so about 10 seconds left. One more clear by Bushton. Guerrero around for Kulinich. Matadors back to full strength. UCSB 1 for 3 on the power play. 5 seconds to go. And Matadors are offside. 4.3 left. Remember to stay tuned during the intermission. I'll recap the stats and scoring plays, and we'll have second period action coming up after that. One forward by Zumalos. His shot goes wide. Clock hasn't started. And they're going to say that's the end of the period. So a couple of clock issues in that first period. After the Matadors scored, about 14 seconds ran off, and this time the clock didn't start. But at any rate, the Matadors get goals from Hoover, Thorne, Norake, and Norake again. There were 2 goals for the Matadors, and then it was Chitali on the power play, followed by 2 goals from Norake as the Matadors lead by 3. Be back in a couple of minutes to recap everything here from the Simi Valley Isoplex. Welcome back to the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Vianotti. End of the first period, number 12, CSUN 4 and UC Santa Barbara 1. The Matadors scored the first 2 goals of the game. Matt Hoover back in the lineup after missing the Washington trip and the CSU Bakersfield game last week. Potted his 6th goal of the season, assisted by Nick Gears and Grayson Zumalas at even strength. So for Matt Hoover, 9 games played, including tonight. He has points in 7 of them and 6 goals. So when he has been here, and he hasn't had graduate school, he's been a very effective player for the Matadors. And then Jonte Thorne picked up his 2nd goal as a Matador in as many games at 10-17. That goal assisted by Nick Schwartz, also at even strength. UCSB got in the game at 8:53, a goal from Nishe Chitali, his team leading 11th goal, first power play goal, at least officially, assisted by Vinny Abdallah to cut the lead to 2-1. But then Gino Norek back-to-back goals beginning at 8:01, then at 3:09, so about 5 minutes apart. His 12th and 13th goals of the season. First one assisted by Matt Bushton and John Michael Lauren at even strength, and then Alex Marbach, the only assist on his 2nd goal, also at even strength, gives CSUN a 3-goal cushion. The Matadors 0 for 1 on the power play in the first, UCSB 1 for 3. Shots on goal 13-7 favor the Matadors. Now CSUN, the streaks are trying to be continued tonight. Again, the Matadors are still undefeated in regulation overall. They're 12-0-1-2. They're 4-0-0-1 here at home, and they're a perfect 4-0, of course, in the WCHC. We finally have a chance to tell you about the WCHC, as we do apologize. The first 2 home games here that I've been to, the volume, the audio has not been great, but we should be doing fine tonight. So the WCHC is now a 10-team conference, for those of you that do not know. So there's 2 tiers. There's Tier 1 and Tier 2. The top 5 teams from last year are in Tier 1. So that's CSUN, UCSB, Long Beach State, LMU, and Cal State Fullerton. Then in Tier 2, you have San Diego, tomorrow night's opponent for the Matadors, as well as CSU Bakersfield, along with Chapman. And then 2 newcomers, and our CSU Bakersfield is a newcomer along with UC Irvine. And the 5th member is UC San Diego. So the top 5 teams, all in the Tier 1, are going to make the playoffs automatically. It's just the 4 teams you play in Tier 1 twice determine your seeding. So again, all 5 teams in Tier 1 automatically make the playoffs. Then the top 3 teams out of 5 in Tier 2 qualify for the playoffs. So in Tier 2, your playoff spot is not guaranteed. You have to finish in the top 3 in order to do so. So 8 of 10 teams are supposed to make the playoffs this year, hosted by Chapman and Anaheim Ice, but we'll see if it indeed is an 8-team playoff. Sometimes you have teams that'll bow out to the very last second, but it's supposed to be the top 8 out of 10 that make the playoffs this year in the WCHC. So the Matadors trying to lock up the number 1 seed overall. They got some work to do that, obviously. A couple more wins should do it, as the Matadors are halfway through their conference slate this season. Of course, they've beaten Long Beach State already. They've beaten LMU and CSU Fullerton twice. So those are their 4 victories in conference so far. And you can play teams in the other tier, but only games against your tier count for WCHC standings. So that's the reason why every team's only playing 8 conference games this season. There's just over 2 minutes remaining in the warm-up. UCSB is already back out onto the ice. But while we have a moment, we want to talk about the latest ranking as well. This is ranking number 3 in Division II this season. Mary is still number 1. Providence is still number 2. Weber State is still number 3. NAU, Northern Arizona, moves up to number 4. Utah State 5. Montana State 6. Oregon is 7. Boise State 8. UTEP is 9. East Texas Baptist is 10th. Dakota College 11th. And CSUN is 12. So if regionals were today, the Matadors would be in that top 12 to qualify. 13 through 20 on the outside looking in. Arizona State, Cal, Northern Colorado. But it's surprising, as Northern Colorado is a bit down this year. They're normally a perennial power in the West region, but they're on the outside looking in right now. BYU is 16, Williston State 17, Colorado 18, Eastern Washington 19, and Colorado State is 20. So the Matadors this season, you take a look at how they've done against ranked teams. They have one overtime loss against teams ranked above them. That's East Texas Baptist, of course, their only loss of the season overall. They have 2 wins against Cal, a tie against Colorado, and they beat Colorado State, all ranked below them. So the Matadors are 3-0-0-1 against teams ranked below them. Actually, they are, beg your pardon, 2-0-1-1 against teams ranked below them. So 2 wins, 1 over and 1 tie, and 3 victories actually. I was right the first time. 3-0-0-1. So 3 wins and 1 tie against teams ranked below them. So that's the reason why Matadors are currently ranked 12th. If you take a look at how teams do against ranked teams, that's where you can kind of see where they are ranked, and it certainly makes sense. The Matadors do not have any more games against teams ranked above them. They do have a game. It's going to be senior night against Northern Colorado in January, so that's going to be obviously a big one for the Matadors. And, of course, the WCHC as well. Final note before the start of the second period. The WCHC should have an auto bid this year, so the Matadors don't necessarily have to finish in the top 12 if they win the conference for the 4th year in a row. They should get an auto bid to regional. So that's the great thing about the WCHC this year. They have 10 teams. You have to have at least 8 eligible playoff teams in order to make the auto bid happen. And the Matadors are along with 7 other teams that should be playoff eligible. UC Irvine, they shouldn't be because they're a first-year team. CSU Bakersfield, I believe they're a second-year team, so they should be eligible for the postseason. That's what gives the WCHC the auto bid. But back to business here at the Isoplex. The second period begins 5-on-5. And the opening faceoff's controlled by the Gauchos. Remember, UCSB only 12 skaters this evening. Matadors, they were physical in that first period. They paid for it a little bit with a couple of penalties, but that's the way they got to play it tonight against the Gauchos, trying to wear them down, just like they wore down the 7-man CSU Bakersfield team last week up in Baco. UCSB, some early pressure. No shots on goal as of yet. Their goal scorer, Chitali. Back to the line, Driffel's shot blocked. But Driffel, if you notice, he's wearing his Junior Ducks gloves, the black and orange gloves. And Justin Driffel from Burbank, playing for the Junior Ducks AAA program. Flipped ahead, out of the reach of Gears. Schmitz turns it over to Zumalos. Matadors are offside, and Hoover curls it back. Hoover, being pressured by Slinkovich, gives up the puck. Slinkovich had Arenberg in front, but defended well by Dobrikot. A couple of times Dobrikot's been noticeable in the defensive zone tonight. Kiner's shot stopped by Seppi. Seppi saw it all the way. As we mentioned, Seppi's split time last year in January. The first game against UCSB along with Brandon Calvoda. By the way, Cal is here tonight, so Calvoda's finishing up his bachelor's, and he's just about ready to graduate, so congratulations to Calvoda. Calvoda started that game against UCSB. Vincent Seppi played the final 30 minutes and gave up 1 goal against the Gauchos, made 14 saves. Of course, Calvoda got the victory in that 6-1 decision against UCSB. Matadors calling for icing. But this is the 6th ever meeting between these two teams. UCSB has never beaten CSUN. This is the 3rd home game for the Matadors against UCSB. And some early pressure for the Gauchos continues. Abdallah, who got the primary assist on the goal from Chitali, wins the draw to Kiner, and his shot's blocked. Lauren, Marbach, and the pass eludes Lauren. No icing this time. Norek taps to the far side for Lauren. Norek's already looking for a hat trick. He has never had a hat trick as a Matador. He's got a little bit under 40 minutes to complete his first one here at CSUN. Puck punched to Marbach. Back Back around for Parks. Lauren. Backhand bid by Norway goes wide. This line's on the ice. UCSB really hasn't had an answer. Wide open Marbach deflected on by Lauren. It never got to Guerrero. Marbach again wide. 50-50 puck. Heiner over skates, and Parks to Norway, trying to get it to Lauren, and the net's dislodged. Not sure if Norway was trying to shoot there. Actually, I think he was trying to shoot, and he healed it. It almost got to Lauren, though, for a wide open chance. But a good shift by the Norway line. 17:23 remaining in the middle frame. Of course, the Beehive Showcase is going on this weekend in Utah. LMU is, I believe, the lone representative for California this year. The Matadors were the lone California representative last year. They went 3-1. Berenguet wins the puck forward. Nabaya tracks it down. Tough play for Lessick, but able to hold the zone on Chitali. Pass behind Abaya, but Berenguet helps out. Karn's able to hold the zone, and it's forced out off of Arenberg. Karns. Pass off the boards, and Abaya couldn't catch it. Karns steps up. Karns finishes his hit on Arenberg. Didn't get all he wanted on him. Lessick in a bit of trouble. LMU so far is 1-1 at the Beehive Showcase. They beat Utah Valley last night 9-4, losing to BYU. And who is ranked 4-1 tonight in Provo. Abaya beats out the icing, and a shot's gloved off by Guerrero. Matadors' speed continues to be evident tonight against UCSB. They're smaller and slower. Well, they're only 3 goals behind. A shift for the fourth line. Thorne against Abdallah. Abdallah, Stockton native, played for Golden State Elite's AA program. Quick shot by Dobrikot blocked. Actually, a good number of Northern California products for UCSB. Highlighted a couple of them tonight. Slenkovic, Abdallah. Puck shoved around. And they break out 2-on-1. Abdallah along with Strategas. Abdallah shoots, stopped by Seppi. Abdallah elected to take the shot, and Seppi out aggressively to make the save. Vincent Seppi, his last start was the 50th of his career. It was 51st career start tonight, 57th career appearance, a 38-10, 1-2 record. It's been a tremendous career for Vincent Seppi. 38 wins, only 10 losses as Seppi makes another save. 1 overtime loss and 2 ties. He has a career 2.87 goals against and a .903 save percentage. Very good numbers, especially considering the ACHA is a higher scoring league than professional hockey or the NCAA. Anytime you have a career goals against and save percentage under 3 and over 900, you've had a very good career, and certainly Vincent Seppi has done just that and has been the winning goalie. All 3 times Matadors have won the WCHC title. Cluster of players dig for it, and it's pried free by Schwartz to Karns. One-timer, Marbach blocked. Marbach again, glove save Guerrero. Oh, Guerrero, why he is diminutive, and he's a Northern California product as well from Davis. He's done well tonight. The fourth line stays out there. Making sure Thorne doesn't encroach there on the far side. And Chaffee wins it. Schwartz in between the 2D. And Marbach didn't know Chitali was coming. And Seppi robs him. A very sneaky play that time by Miche Chitali. Able to pick the pocket of Marbach going on a partial breakaway, but Vincent Seppi made made 2 of his better saves in this second period. A strong start for UCSB, but still nothing to show for it. 15:06 remaining in the second. Draws one by the Gauchos. Backhand bid by Chitali, blocks. Gears up the wing. And Zumalas had to slow down to catch it. Zumalas. Hoover pitchforks it in, knocked down the high stick by Chitali. Should have been whistled, as he did touch it again, but we play on. Pass taken away by Driffel. Quickly then on to Anderson. Anderson shot off the side of the net. That kind of fooled Seppi. If that puck's on the goal, it's in, but fortunately for the Matadors, it hit the side of the cage. Bushton with a bit of space, rings it around the boards. And it comes all the way out to neutral ice again. Zumalas checked by Anderson. Comes free to Gears. Gears a drive over the net. UCSB the other way, Slenkovic. Slenkovic shoots, stopped by Seppi, big rebound, picked up by Zumalas. 3-on-2 for the Matadors. More of a 3-on-3 now. Area pass through Hoover. Hoover back to the line. Dobrik out of one-timer wide. Bushton off the boards, and it hit his own man Zumalas. Sent ahead, we got Fire Wagon Hockey. Driffel dishes off, great back check by Gears. End to end, we continue to go. It's been fun to watch. Abdallah stood up by Bushton. Held him by Kiner. Plays it off as Zumalas. Zumalas gets it to Gears, 2-on-1. Gears with Hoover. Hoover back to Gears, and it's stopped by Guerrero. Then it goes off of the defenseman and into the net. Nick Gears, a big smile on his face. An absolute gift of a goal off of Mitch Kiner, but he'll take it. 5-1 at 13-14. Well, for Gears, his 6th goal of the season. He has points in 12 of 13 games played and now a 6-game point streak. As Gears picked up the primary assist on the Matadors' first goal of the night. They're crediting it unassisted, of course, because it went off of Kiner. So it's Gears unassisted, helped out by Mitch Kiner. Matadors have scored 3 straight since Chitali's power play goal back in the first. Well, for Gears, a goal and an assist. And of course, Gino Norek, 2 goals, the only Matadors with multiple points, and UCSB strikes right back. A bit of a broken play, and at 12:49, it's 5-2. That goal coming just 25 seconds later. Unfortunately, I was writing something down, so we'll pick up who got the goal in a second. A big one for UCSB. They're giving it to Anderson. So it's Anderson from Chitali. So Anderson is 6th goal of the season. He's a Bel Air, Texas native. And Anderson from Chitali, he's got a multi-point game tonight. Nishay Chitali is team leading 7th of the season. Oh, Carnes almost cold-cocked that Gaucho. And now a partial break for Lauren. teams have traded goals in this second period. Of course, CSUN wanting to win this game by at least 7 goals for the goal differential spread. Now, still some work to do, only up 3. Barrengut, what pressure, able to clear out. Was hoping for a Abaya. Reznikov tracks it down, drops it for Abaya. Barrengut. Not the best of passes there by Quinn. Oh, he tried to just hammer that Gaucho Anderson into the boards. Actually got the worst end of it. As Abaya went head first into the boards. He's all right, thankfully. Anderson, the goal scorer moments ago. Shot blocked by Marbach. Slankovic over skates. And it's picked up by Schwartz. Just gets his head up in time to slip the hit of Driffel. That's going to be a penalty. Driffel has something to say to Schwartz. Driffel does not like the call at all. He heads off of the ice at 11-12. The ref explaining why it's a tripping call. Now, the first penalty of this middle frame, Matador's second power play, they're 0 for 1. Norek, who's still looking for the hat trick, out with Parks and Lauren. Carnes and Dobrik at the point men. Carnes has the puck, and his shot stopped by Guerrero. Parks, Norek, Carnes. Able to get it to Dobrikot. Dobrikot on around for Parks. Good pressure, but Carnes hustles over to hold the zone. Pass goes through Parks, and it's cleared out. A little bit too lackadaisical, I think, by the Matadors that time. A lot of perimeter play. 1:15 to go on the power play. Norek's pass is picked off. It's sent packing by Kiner. Kiner looking to do something positive the rest of the way after an own goal off of him. Parks with space. Drops it Dobrikot. Deflected on by Norek, and there's the hat trick. Gino Norek, his first career hat trick as a Matador. Hay is cheaper, grass is free. Marry a farmer and you'll get all 3. So Gino Norek, 3 of the Matadors' last 4 goals. A power play one at 10:03, and they're back up 4. Congratulations to Gino Norek. Matadors are now 1 for 2 on the power play. Anderson off of the draw. Shoots, and it deflects off of Bushton's stick. Dobrikot and Parks pick up the assists. The first points of the evening for both of those players. Matadors looking for more. Again, they can't stop playing until this game's at least a 7-goal difference. UCSB is obviously an unranked team, so I want to beat them by as much as the ranking allows, which is a 7-goal spread. Matadors don't have a whole lot of games left against really good competition. We've got to win these games by as much as possible. Chitali trying to cut in. Sharp angle bit, and he scores. Boy, I've been impressed tonight by Nishay Chitali, his second at 9:02. UCSB's hanging around. The goal just a minute and 1 second later. Chitali, that's his 5th multi-goal game of the season. And now has a team high 12 overall. And it should be an unassisted goal for Chitali. And Seppi down and out, able to make the save. So UCSB, a surge after the goal, and Vincent Seppi the only reason that this game is not a 2-goal margin. Now again, the Matadors have got to keep playing here. Schmidt's a shot deflects off of Lesick, and then I think it went off of Seppi too. Almost an own goal that time off of Lesick. I mean, some weird hops tonight. Driffel's shot never made it to the cage. And the Matadors a chance to clear. Thorne defended well by Driffel. It's dropped back. Lesick across for Chaffee. Chaffee off of the ref, but Carnes to support. Carnes able to get it to Thorne. Thorne in behind the net. And Carnes, the defenseman, up. Zumalas is covering for him. Thorne all the way back to Carnes. Carnes shot deflected wide by Zumalas. Thorne tries to reverse, taken away by Schmitz. And it's just cleared out. Lesick to Carnes, chips in, CSUN's onside, they need a change. Schmitz all the way across for Driffel. One hands it to Anderson. Checked down by Lesick. And Gears reverses for Hoover. Jaime Velasquez is not here tonight for the Matadors. I think he's the only one not in the lineup. So Gears, along with Hoover and Zumalas. We've seen at times it's been Velasquez on that line this year. And Velasquez has played defense along with Gears, and they've switched at times. The Matadors' top 3 lines are really effective. Gears drops it for Zumalas. Good stick by Chitali, getting it done on both sides of the rink. Driffel leads the charge. Driffel pushed wide by Bushton, and a low percentage shot swallowed up by Seppi. So all 9 players in the top 9 are returners this year for the Matadors. It's such a strong top 9. And there's 6D as well. They're all returners. Well, a very experienced club this year. The Matadors looking to go further than they have ever in Division II, and that's win their first game of regionals. Made regionals for the second time in 3 years last year, but came up short to Montana State in the opening round 4-2. They're looking to win the WCHC, make regionals, and make some noise this time in the postseason. Lauren, oh, what a move, but couldn't shoot when all was said and done. This line again has been unstoppable for the Matadors. But now some space for Strategas. And he's caught on the back check by Bushton, stopped by Seppi. 6:28 remaining in the middle frame. It was 4-1 CSUN after one, 2 goals apiece in this second period. Of course, if the Matadors can finish out this semester without losing in regulation, it's going to be put down as one of the greatest fall semesters in CSUN history. Good back check by Norik, takes the puck away from Anderson, and he clears out through Kiner. Anderson out of play. The only 2 semesters that can rival this one, 2009-2010, the Matadors went 15-1-1 in the fall. They had a 15-game winning streak, so they lost their opening game to College of the Canyons, rattled off 15 straight wins then, finished the semester losing to Cal State Fullerton in overtime. And then just a couple of years ago, 16-17, the Matadors' first year they made regionals in Division II. They finished 18-3-0-1 in the fall semester, 18 wins, besting 09-10. 3 losses, though, and 1 tie. They had an 11-game winning streak that semester and a 13-game undefeated streak as they started the season with a 13-game undefeated streak. Shot stopped by Guerrero, big rebound. Reznikov stopped by Guerrero. Then Barron got fires wide. Oh, I think there are 3 games left in this semester. The Matadors could potentially finish 15-0-1-2, which would be right up there with that 09-10 season, but even better, though, because they would not lose in regulation the entire fall. Nice pass by Anderson. Better save Seppi. Abdallah on a backhand bid, stopped by Seppi, and that's dislodged. And we got a little bit of a skirmish in the crease as Seppi's laying on top of that Gaucho. That's not much after that initial skirmish. I'll tell you, Vincent Seppi has had to be sharpened at times. Not a whole lot of shots for UCSB, but they've had some quality ones. And for the most part, Vincent Seppi has been right there. 5:14 remaining in the second. Face-off comes outside the zone. Well, they rule UCSB knocked the net off. And JP Gales wanting some clarification. They're going to call George Reznikov over. So George Reznikov, or is that Mark Lessick? No, that is Reznikov is in the box. So UCSB gets a power play. It's a penalty on Vincent Seppi. So Seppi takes a minor at 5:14. It's a roughing call on Seppi. Reznikov is serving it. So UCSB's first power play of the second period. They're 1 for 3 tonight. Chance for the Gauchos to get back to within 2. This is a big kill for the Matadors. Vincent Seppi has taken his fair share of penalties in his career. Chance out of the reach of Baron Guts. Guerrero has to play it away from Eli. And again, this twosome of Abaya and Baron Gut are more dangerous shorthanded than UCSB's power play. Slinkovich starts the breakout. Just a pass to no one. Carnes back up the boards. Abaya still pressuring hard. Abaya steals it from Schmitz. The backhand bid stopped by Guerrero. And just like the Norway line, UCSB has had no answer on the power play when Abaya and Baron Gut have been out there. And they're going to head off of the ice. Well, a very solid, about 40 seconds or so there from Abaya and Baron Gut. Zumalos trying to win the puck forward. Still battling hard. Zumalos plays it around Abdallah out front. Hoover's shot blocked. Carnes to Zumalos, he's sandwiched, and it's picked up by Driffel. Driffel dishes Chitali. He's looking for the hat trick tonight. It's been UCSB's bright spot by far, along with Guerrero. Abdallah. Back to Driffel. Quickly, Chitali, taken away by Marbach. Kiner shoots wide. Chitali met by Zumalos. Zumalos trying to clear off a Driffel. Now gets it outside the zone. Nice moves there. And a shot stopped by Seppi. Penalty upcoming. It's a cross-checking call. And it's on Zach Carnes. Well, 5-on-3 for UCSB at 3:22. It's only a very abbreviated 5-on-3, though. It's going to be over in 2 seconds. So Reznikov, who was serving Seppi's minor out of the box, 5-on-4. Once again for UCSB, about 3:05 to go in the period. This is UCSB's 5th power play. Matadors have only had 2, but they have scored on 1, as have the Gauchos. Clear and good again. Yeoman's work on the PK. Chitali to Kulinich. Kulinich leaves it for Arenberg. Too many Matadors in the slot. Bushton pinches things off. It's taken away by Chitali. Driffle returns to Chitali as Bushton cross-checks Arenberg in front. Got away with it. Another penalty upcoming to CSUN. A tripping call at 2:18. Another 5-on-3 for the Gauchos. Their second in a row as Bushton's the guilty party this time. Something the Matadors shouldn't be too proud of this evening. Too many penalties. UCSB's 5th and 6th power plays here. Just under a minute. This time 5-on-3. Much more time. See if the Gauchos can take advantage. Abaya, Marbach, and Gears. The penalty killers. Arenberg shot blocked. Driffle in front, and it's a wide open chance, and it goes wide. Oh, a yawning 4x6 as Seppi sticks that one out of play. UCSB is going to be kicking themselves by not potting that one after this game. 1:47 to go in the period. About 25 seconds or so remaining on the 5-on-3. Abaya can't win the draw. Driffle. Slankovich across. And a shot by Chitali blocked and cleared out by Gears. Abaya trying to get there ahead of Driffle. He steals. Abaya sends it all the way back. The great penalty killing by Quinton Abaya continues. Gears all the way down. One penalty is over. Carnes comes to the bench. He's replaced by Lauren. Well, 5-on-4 now for UCSB. 1:10 to go in the period. Slankovich checked down by Lauren. And Gears can't clear. Lauren then gets it to Abaya. 2-on-2 for CSUN. Abaya shoots, and it's blocked out of play by Driffle. 49 seconds to go in the period. So the penalty is going to keep going until 18 seconds are left in the period. About 41 seconds to go on Bushton's tripping penalty. UCSB's had their chances. A turnover, a bad one to Norake, and Lauren hits the post. Oh, John Michael Lauren this time, a gaping 4x6. 30 seconds to go in the period. Carnes angles his man off the puck. Carnes is still battling with a couple of Gauchos. Dobricott comes in to help. That's the end of the power play. Bushton out of the box. So UCSB has had 2 5-on-3s in this period. They've also now had 3 straight power plays, but have come up empty. As UCSB is 1 for 6 on the man advantage, and that's the end of the second period. It was 4-1 CSUN after 1. The teams traded goals in the middle frame. Gears unassisted, his 6th, followed by Anderson at even strength as well. Then Norake, his hat-trick goal on the power play, 14th of the year. And UCSB finished things off. Chitali, his 2nd of the game, 12th of the season to lead the Gauchos, also at even strength. We'll head downstairs to double-check all the stats and scoring plays and come back in a couple of minutes on the Matador Sports Network. once again back at the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Van Oden into the second period, number 12, CSUN. This is still a hockey game against unranked UC Santa Barbara. They lead it only by 3. The Gauchos have hung around all night. The Matadors open the scoring at 13:35 of the first. Matt Hoover scored his 6th goal of the season from Nick Gears and Grayson Zumala's at even strength. Dante Thorne picked up his 2nd goal as a Matador in as many games, assisted by Nick Schwartz, also at even strength. But a 1 goal from UCSB in that first period scored on the power play by Nishay Chitali, his team leading 11th goal of the season and first official power play goal. Assisted by Vinny Abdallah, made it 2-1, but the Matadors closed out the first period. Back-to-back goals by Gino Norek, 12th and 13th of the season, both at even strength from Bushton and Lauren, and then from Marbach. So it was 4-1 CSUN after 1. The teams traded goals in that middle frame. Matadors went up 4 goals at 13-14 a goal by Nick Gears, and that went off of the defenseman, Mitch Kiner. So Gears, an unassisted goal at even strength, his 6th of the season, made it 5-1. UCSB got the goal back at 12:49. It was a goal by Ryan Anderson, his 6th of the season, assisted by Chitali at even strength. Norek picked up his first career hat trick as a Matador at 10:03, a power play goal, his 14th of the season, and for Norek, his team leading 5th goal on the man advantage. Assisted by Tom Dobercott and Christian Parks, made it 6-2. But UCSB closed things out. Chitali, his 2nd goal of the game, unassisted. Team leading 12th at 9:02, so just a minute 1 second later. Made it a 3-goal margin once again. The Matadors 1 for 2 on the power play. UCSB 1 for 6. They had back-to-back, practically 5-on-3s to end that second period, but couldn't convert. And if this game stays close and UCSB ends up on the losing end, they'll look to that as a big moment where they could have potted 1, maybe 2 goals against CSUN, but failed to do so. Shots on goal in the second period, much more even. 14-12 still favored the Matadors, but only 2 away were the Gauchos. Overall in the game, 27-19. The Matadors have the edge in shots on goal. So as we mentioned, Gino Norek picked up his first career hat trick as a Matador. It's his 8th multi-point game of the season. He now has a 4-game goal streak and a 6-game point streak. Norek as well, the team leader in points, is Norek 3 goals for now 30 points overall in the season. Nick Gears has a multi-point game, a goal, and a primary assist for Gears, his 7th multi-point game of the season. He has points in 12 of 13 games played and a 6-game point streak now. And I believe that's it for Matadors with multi-point games. Yes, everybody else just 1 point. So far, it's been the Gino Norek show, though, for the Matadors. Meanwhile, Nishay Chitali, his team leading 7th multi-point game of the season. He still has multiple points in every game played this season. He's played now 7 of UCSB's 10 games. And he has multiple points in every single one of them. That's how good of a player Nishay Chitali has been for UCSB. He's a first-year player for the Gauchos, and boy, he is impressive. Yes, the only thing he has going against him is he's small, but he's fast, has a very good shot, and has very good hands, and certainly been impressed with him. It's now 5 multi-goal games for Chitali. He's been in all 3 goals for the Gauchos, picking up the only assist on Anderson's goal. So Chitali, as UCSB has 5 points overall tonight. Chitali has 3 of them. Of course, Abdallah and Anderson, the only 2 Gauchos that have registered a point tonight. There's about 4.5 minutes remaining in the warm-up. This is a big third period for the Matadors. The last ranking that came out yesterday, CSUN is still 12th in the West region. They cannot really afford to lose to this UCSB team, obviously, first of all, but second of all, they really can't afford to beat this Gaucho team by less than 7. UCSB is an unranked team. Matadors have got to get the goal differential up, as the Matadors' strength of schedule is not what it was last year. They don't have a whole lot of games against quality opponents left, so the Matadors are going to have to hang their hat, obviously, on their winning percentage and their goal differential the rest of the way. So it'd be a missed opportunity tonight if the Matadors cannot win this game by at least 7 goals. CSUN, when they've led after 2 periods of play this season, are 7-0-0-1. They're 3-0-0-1 here at home. They're a perfect 8-0 and 3-0 here at home when they've led after the first period. Matadors have not trailed at any point after a period here at home. They have been tied a couple of times after periods, but it's been all CSUN tonight. After they got the first 2 goals of the game, they've led after the first and second periods. Matadors are trying to remain undefeated in regulation. They're 12-0-1-2 overall. Here at home as well, they are 4-0-0-1 and trying to move to 5-0 in Tier 1 of the WCHC. So we'll step aside. The third period is just around the corner on the Matadors Sports Network. Ready to go for the third period. Number 12, CSUN 6, UC Santa Barbara 3. I'm Travis Vanotti. Third period's going to begin 5-on-5. This is only a 3-goal game, kind of surprising. UCSB only 12 skaters, but they're hanging tough. We'll see what their energy level is in this third period. Matadors have been physical tonight with the UCSB. The Gauchos do have a chance tonight to shock the WCHC and beat the Matadors. Well, CSUN has got to be on their toes. They have to take this UCSB club seriously. The Norrick line starts. It's been the Matadors' best tonight, along with Marbach and Bushton. UCSB controls the face-off, but it's picked off by Parks. Norrick rings it in. Gino Norrick, his first career hat trick as a Matador tonight. Also his team-leading 5th power play goal. They'll be looking for more in this third period. CSUN's got to score at least 4 goals to get the goal differential to at least 7. That would be a successful night for the Matadors. Anything less would pretty much be unsuccessful. It will be a negative result in the rankings. We'll see how it goes. Driffle. Bushton up the wing for Lauren. Nice bank pass to Parks, 2-on-2. Parks drops it for Norrick. Shoot, stopped by Guerrero. Gino Norrick's been so dangerous all night. He gives the puck up that time, though. Sent ahead, Driffle tracks it down. Driffle, a sharp angle bit, and it goes in. Seppi cheated. He wasn't on his post, and that's a shot that shouldn't go in. It does, though. 1 minute and 1 second into the third period. It's a 2-goal hockey game. I'm telling you, the Matadors have been on cruise control a lot of tonight, but they have got to pick it up, otherwise they're going to be in some trouble. That's Driffel's 10th goal of the season. An unassisted goal for Driffel. He has points in 8 of 9 games this season. The first time the UCSB has put back-to-back goals together tonight. And a win's a win, but again, in terms of their ranking, if the Matadors want to get some cushion, got to score a lot of goals now in this third period, at least 5. Barron gets shot blocked. Shot by Kiner to get his stick in the way. And Kiner plays it up the wing, tailed by Carnes. Pass behind Reznikov. And Kiner up the wing. It's pinched off by Abaya. 50-50 puck. Kulinich bothered by Barron guts. This puck picked up by Reznikov. Carnes, bit of a no man's land there, but able to hold the zone. Abaya out of the reach of Carnes. It's a hard working shift. UCSB able to relieve the pressure. Marbach right back in. CSUN needs a change.
Stay there. Okay.
Stretch pass is taken by Marbach. D-to-D Bushton. Bushton's pass goes through Thorne. Did not deflect, it's icing. Thorne disagrees. Thought he touched it, but he was behind the red line anyway, so either way, it doesn't matter. 17-13 remaining in the third, and this is a close hockey game, surprisingly. Thorne against Abdallah. Abdallah wins it to Schmitz. Schmitz shot and swallowed up by Seppi. That went off of Schwartz. Eventually got to Seppi, interestingly. UC Santa Barbara is right back here tomorrow playing Cal Lutheran. Back-to-back games of the Simi Valley Isoplex. 3-on-3 for CSUN Schwartz. Schwartz all the way around. Bushton's shot deflected wide by Thorne. Chaffee pinches off the boards, but it deflects right to UCSB. Chitali looking for the hat trick. Dangles around Bushton, and he was tripped up. Matadors got away with a trip, for sure. And Chitali did kind of step on Bushton's stick, but 9 times out of 10, that is definitely called a penalty. The Matadors continue to play 5-on-5. Chaffee's ridden into the stanchion. He heads off of the ice. He looks to be all right, thank goodness, but kind of a scary hit that time on Forrest Chaffee as the puck goes into the UCSB bench. This UCSB club continues to play hard against the Matadors. It certainly is tough for the Matadors to get up for a game like this. You look at UCSB's bench, they only have 12 skaters. You're thinking maybe it'll be an easy go of it, and it's hard to get up for a team after that. Totally understandable. Again, you don't want bad habits creeping into your game as well. That's the other catch-22. The Matadors, they have bigger goals than winning the WCHC this year. Obviously, they want to win it for the 4th year in a row, but they want to do more damage at regionals. That's what really counts. And if they play this way, going into the winter, it's not going to be a good end of the season for the Matadors. They've got to maintain a high quality of play, I guess is my overall point. They hope to have success. Carnes all alone is robbed by Guerrero. A big save there by Logan Guerrero. Zumalas is mixed up with a Gaucho. Meanwhile, Carnes trying to cut in. Stick checked away by Driffle. That was Chitali. And now Zumalas and Chitali are tangled up once again. CSUN chirping Chitali from the bench. There wasn't much there. They just kind of wrapped each other up. Should be offsetting Miners. But the good news for the Matadors is they pull off UCSB's best player for at least 2 minutes. And it looks like Max Robertson's going to go to the box to serve an additional Miner. John Michael Lauren over there to check on the scoop from the ref. It appears UCSB is going to get a power play. Zumalas might get 2 Miners. Lauren and Driffle speaking with the ref. Zumalas gets a 2 and a 10 for roughing. Chitali gets 2 minutes for roughing, so it's 4-on-4. Norek out front, a backhand bid goes wide. It's a 4-on-4 for the first time tonight. Matching Miners for roughing, and Zumalas gets a 10-minute misconduct on top of that. Slankovich to Driffle. Driffle stood up by Carnes. Lauren ahead for Carnes, 2-on-1 with Norek. Norek shoots, and it's stopped by Guerrero. Big rebound cleared out. Well, Norek thinking 5-hole all the way. Guerrero robbed him with the stick. Driffle an outside bid, gloved off by Seppi. Abdallah back to Driffle, and it's held by Seppi. Much more routine save that time for Seppi off of Justin Driffle. Well, 14:09 to go in the third, still a lot of time. It's interesting that Zumalas got a 10-minute misconduct there, and Chitali did not. Guerrero comes out to play. It was going to be icing. Don't think it should have been called icing to begin with, but at any rate, we play on. Rung around by Schmitz. Baya up the wing. Go far enough for icing this time. Arenberg on around Schmitz. He's pressured by Abaya. Schmitz up the wing. And Bushton holds the zone. It's taken out of the play. Kulinich. Matadors might have been called there, but play continues. The refs have kind of put the whistles away for the most part in this third period. Quick change for UCSB. Barron got a quick up as the penalties are over. Robertson back to the bench. Zumalas is still serving his 10-minute misconduct now. Abaya cuts in, and it's stick checked away by Guerrero. Abaya back down the wing. Reznikov is checked. Dobrikot out front. Parks tries to shoot it on. It was blocked. And Slenkovic goes across the ice for Chitali. 12.5 to go in the third. The only goal this period from Driffel to get it to within 2. Bushton through Reznikov right to Driffel. Slenkovic backhands to no one, then he's taken out by Dobrikot. Kiner up the wing, intercepted by Reznikov. Reznikov gets around a couple of Gauchos. Reznikov is checked by Abdallah. It's held in nicely by Gears. Hoover, a shot gloved off by Guerrero. Rebound chipped wide by Reznikov. Guerrero didn't know it popped out of his glove. Reznikov that close. Icing on the Gauchos. 11:34 remaining in the third. If UCSB gets the next goal, it's going to make things very interesting. It was 4-1 CSUN after 1. And of course, 6-3 after 2. The Norway line is out. Lauren takes the draw. Wins the draw, but UCSB picks up the puck. Carnes to Norway. Dumps and chases. Lauren to Parks. Met by a couple of Gauchos. And he's checked down by Kulinich. Puck play to Chris Cruz. Looks like it's his first shift. Parks, a nice toe drag, but played it too far ahead of himself. Parks to the trailer. Norek over the net. Marbach activates. Puck played on around. And Carnes fumbles it out. Cruz. It's a 1-on-3 as UCSB's changing. Nice stand up by Marbach. Carnes up the wing. Lauren trying to track it down. No icing. A good hustle by JM. Matadors have to regroup. Parks drops it for Norek. And the pass gets to Lauren. Not a good pass by Norek, but Lauren able to get it on his backhand. And we go up and down as we did in the second period. Up to head for Barangut. Barangut in front for Abaya. It's stopped by Guerrero. Nice job by UCSB that time to force Barangut wide, and it was too close in to send it in front for Abaya. Just past the halfway mark of the third, 9:53 to go. Going to be sticking with this one all the way to the end. Abaya, quick shot glove save, Guerrero. Remember, Guerrero robbed Norek with a glove save in the second period. He does have a pretty fast glove hand, Logan Guerrero. And he's the backup for UCSB. Their number one, Lennon Karma, is one of the best goalies in the conference. His brother Nolan plays for UC San Diego. Lesick. And with a get it to Reznikov. Barangut. And Abaya did touch it, no icing. Driffel, pressured by Abaya, turns it over to Reznikov. Reznikov runs into Driffel. 50-50 puck. Dobrikot hustles to hold the zone. Needs some help and gets it in Barangut. Puck comes free to Dobrikot. Shovels it in deep. Arenberg curls away from Reznikov. And UCSB is away. Played in by Slenkovic. Abaya ahead of Slenkovic. And does come out. Punched back in by Anderson. Dobricott deflected in by Berengut. He needs a change. Gonna have to hustle off the ice. Gears fresh off of the bench. Checked by Abdallah. Marbach supports. Puck stays in the zone. Glove down by Kiner, then ticked up by Gears. 2-on-2. Hoover. In front for Gears. And it's stopped by Guerrero. Matadors are celebrating. Looks like it went in. Weird play. Looked like Guerrero had it, but it got behind him, and at 8:16, it's now 7-4. So we'll see who gets credit. Should be Gears, I would think. And it is Gears, his second of the game. So Gears' 7th of the year from Hoover. For Gears, it's his second multi-goal game of the season. Icing on CSUN. 7:49 to go in regulation. Each team has scored in the third period, but again, a 3-goal victory is not going to look that great for the Matadors in terms of the ranking. A 3 from Norrake and 2 from Gears tonight. Gears has now 3 points, along with Norrake. Gears has the puck. He's looking for back-to-back goals for the hat trick himself. Gears dishes it off. Chaffee wasn't expecting it. Kind of got puck watching Nick Gears there. This is a mixed line at the moment. Hoover, Chaffee, and Gears. Hoover holds into Gears. Just makes the prudent play this time. Schmitz clears out. Norrake to Bushton, leaves for Lauren. Lauren cuts in front, taken away by Slinkovich. Chitali, back checked well by Norrake to Parks. Parks an outside bid, stopped by Guerrero. 6:46 to go. UCSB's got to get a goal in the next couple of minutes to have a chance. Grayson Zumalas continues to sit for his 10-minute misconduct. That's the reason why that line was mixed moments ago. Chaffee was out there, along with Hoover and Gears. Lauren. Checked by Kiner, leaves for Parks. Out front, Norrake, and he scores! Goal number 4 for Gino Norrake. He's having a career night. And at 6:29, it's now 8-4. Now 15 goals on the season now for Gino. Eli Berengut was the team leader in goals, along with Zumalas and JM, with 14 coming in tonight. So Norrake with his 4, he's taken over the goal lead from Berengut, Zumalas, and Lauren, as none of those players have a goal. Parks and Lauren pick up the assists on the goal. That makes the score a little better, but still, Matadors have got to pump in a couple more here. I think if they can get 2 the rest of the way, that would be good. 2-on-2, Norrake. He's looking for goal number 5. Leaves for Lauren. Shot over the net, but it stays in the rink. Norrake out front. Lauren not in a position to shoot. Held in by Carnes. Carnes shot deflects to Parks. Sharp angle bit wide. Now you can kind of tell UCSB's run out of gas. Matadors winning all the puck races. UCSB, a very admirable effort tonight with only 12 skaters. Stuck with the best team in the WCHC to this point and in California. No icing. Reznikov out front for Carnes, and it's stopped by Guerrero. Matadors hold in. Abaya is checked down. Carnes trying to locate. And so it was a tough play for Bushton. Did well just to get his stick on it when he did. Shoots it into the rafters. 4:56 left. So it looks like the Matadors are going to hold on tonight. At the moment, just a 4-goal victory, which is a little bit disappointing. But the Matadors are going to keep their undefeated in regulation streak alive and their perfect record in conference. Inching ever closer, getting the #1 seed this year. A backhand bid by Dobricott blocked. Anderson pressured. Comes out to Abdallah. Abdallah gets around Dobricott, but Bushton's there. Flipped ahead. And Abaya settles. Abaya plays it to himself. He's got Reznikov. Cycle try, hits a Gaucho, comes out. Bushton holds things up. Chaffee ahead for Schwartz. Schwartz angled off, and Chaffee supports. Thorne pirouettes it out front. Abdallah's there, held him by Chaffee. Driffel dueling with Marbach, and he wins the battle. Marbach into UCSB territory. 3:35 all that's left. Arenberg gets around Lessick, stopped by Seppi, rebound. Chitali, and it's covered up by Seppi. Not two good saves there by Vincent Seppi. He's going to move to 1-0 against UCSB in his career, in his first career start against the Gauchos, second career appearance. Draws one to Thorne, but he overskates. Chitali across for Driffel. Driffel return feed. Chitali. Leaves for Slenkovic. Slenkovic sidesteps Lessick's hip check. Slenkovic to Chitali. And across, Arenberg's shot goes wide. A good shift this time by the Gauchos. Sharp angle bid stopped by Seppi. It's finally cleared up by Chaffee. Matadors trying to roll a quick change, get the fourth line off. Reznikov. It deflects to Lessick, quickly Gears. Forced out. Gears just took that hit. It's the much smaller Anderson. Reznikov plays it to an open patch of ice. 2:15 all to go. And Gears. Just what poise with the puck. Fires wide. Anderson ahead for Abdallah. Nice pressure by Hoover, forces a turnover. Hoover all alone, and he outweights Guerrero. Matt Hoover, a one-man wrecking crew that time. His second of the game in a 140, it's 9-4. What a goal by Matt Hoover. That's his second multi-goal game of the season, his 7th goal overall. Should be unassisted. Another shot by Norrick, stopped by Guerrero. It is unassisted to Matt Hoover. The 3 straight goals by the Matadors in this period. They've got their biggest lead of the game now at 5. This will look a little better, but trying to pump in at least one more here. Lauren deflects a Carnes shot wide. Still time to do it. What a hit by Lauren. Here come the Gauchos. Carnes then steps up on his man. That was Stratigus. Penalty upcoming. It's going to be on Christian Parks behind the play. 2 big hits by Lauren, then Carnes, and then Parks. Certainly a penalty that time. With 1:09 to go, UCSB might finish off this game with a power play. Looks like it was an elbowing call on Parks. UCSB's 7th power play. This is the first penalty. Power play, I should say, of the period. UCSB 1 for 6 tonight. Kiner, quick shot blocked by Abaya. And then a shot stopped by Seppi as he was deep in his crease, robbing Arenberg. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Chitali shoved with Carnes a little bit. And the much bigger Carnes just kind of smiles at Nishay Chitali. 1:03 to go. Tacked forward by Berengut. Kiner holds in. His shot goes wide. Carnes up the wing as Chitali shoved Carnes. And Seppi able to keep it out. Slides right by him. Driffle down the wing, Chitali. Kiner shoots, blocked by Dobercott. Furiously trying to clear, they do. Berengut's checked away by Driffle, otherwise he's in alone. Slankovich in front, Chitali shoots wide. Berengut up the wing, closed off by Driffle. Kiner checked down by Carnes, and Berengut able to force it out. 13 seconds left. One more try for the Gauchos. Chitali trying to go top corner, missed. Driffle down the wing. 4 seconds left. One more shot stop by Seppi, and CSUN stays perfect in WCHC play. Well, it wasn't easy, but the Matadors pull away late. They win it 9-4. As the Matadors are now 5-0 in the West Coast Hockey Conference. Post-game show is coming up next on the Matador Sports Network. Once again, back at the Simi Valley Isoplex, I'm Travis Van Odie. It's the Matadors Sports Network post-game show. CSUN, number 12 team in the West region, holds serve here at home tonight over UC Santa Barbara 9-4. It was 4-1 after one. Hoover opened things up with his sixth, followed by Dante Thorne, his second goal in as many games, as a Matador to make it 2-0. Then Nishay Chitali on the power play narrowed the gap to 2-1, but the Matadors' Gino Noreg, what a night for him. Back-to-back goals to end the first, his 12th and 13th of the season to make it 4-1. The teams traded 2 goals in the middle frame as it was opened up by Nick Gears, unassisted, his 6th of the season, even strength to make it 5-1. That was followed by Ryan Anderson, made it 5-2, his 6th of the season. Then Noreg completed his first career hat trick as a Matador at 10:03 on the power play, his 14th of the season. For Gino, his team-leading 5th power play goal made it 6-2. Closing things out, then unassisted Chitali, his 2nd of the game, 12th of the year at even strength. So it was 6-3 heading into the final frame. UCSB made things even more interesting just a minute, 1 second in. Justin Driffel unassisted, his 10th at even strength, made it 6-4. But the Matadors' depth took over. They got the final 3 goals of the game. Nick Gears, his 2nd and 7th of the season, followed by Noreg, his 4th of the game, team leading now 15th on the year, also at even strength. And then finally Hoover, he opened things up tonight. It was all by himself, an unassisted goal, forced a turnover, went in on a breakaway, outweighted Logan Guerrero for his 2nd of the night, 7th of the season, to make it 9-4. The Matadors 39 shots to UCSB's 27, and CSUN went 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. UCSB 1 for 7. They had back-to-back 5-on-3s in the latter stages of the second period, but came up empty, and the Matadors took advantage of the rest of the lanes. The Gauchos just 1 for 7 on the man advantage tonight. Nick Gears picks up the game-winning goal, his 2nd of the season. That was the 5th goal of the game. And it was an unassisted goal, and that one hurts for Mitch Kiner because remember, Gears just fired it on net. It went off of Guerrero, then Kiner, and went into the open net. So a bit of an own goal by Kiner ends up being the game winner for Nick Gears this evening. Losing goalie is Guerrero. He's 1-2 on the season. And for Vincent Seppi, picks up the win, his 8th of the year. He's 8-0, 1-1 now. 8 wins, 1 overtime loss, and 1 tie. And he's now 1-0 against UCSB. 39-10, 1-2 in his career. So 1 win away from 40 in his career for Vincent Seppi, who did have to make a couple of really good saves tonight. And it could have been a couple more goals put in, certainly for UCSB, had it not been for Vincent Seppi. So for UCSB, they're now 7-3 overall. Their first loss on the road, 2-1. They're 1-3 in the WCHC. CSUN, they're still undefeated in regulation overall, 13-0, 1-2. They are 4-0-0-1, now 5-0-0-1 here at home, and are a perfect 5-0 in first place in Tier 1 of the WCHC. Matadors' next game is tomorrow night. It'll be down in San Diego at SDIA. The Matadors taking on the Toreros. So Battle of the Bullfighters tomorrow night. We'll be on the air at the pregame show, radio only, at 8:40 p.m. Well, thanks so much for spending your Friday evening with us. Number 12, CSUN. They remain undefeated in regulation, 13-0, 1-2, with a 9-4 victory tonight. So long on the Matador Sports Network.